I'm in the building, y'all. We're here to talk about Sleepy Joe tonight. I am in the building. I am in the building. We're here to talk about Sleepy Joe tonight. Sleepy Joe has dropped out of the Democratic nominations. Pop a perky, then she chase it with Moscato. This bitch is bad, she fucking all the drug dealers. I took his bitch and then I took it. We're here to talk about Kamala Harris. Into the bag, nigga. Bust in your house, I'm running through your stash, nigga. On the grand flash, I know that cash, nigga. Part in my back, I'm counting all these stacks, nigga. Gucci duffel Louis on my ass, nigga. Hennessy and TNT. Let's talk about it tonight. I'm looking right, baby. Sleepy Joe, NyQuil Joe, Dayquil Joe, Benadryl Joe, Night and Daytime Cough Joe, Sleeping Pill Joe. He's out of here. She fucking on the damn crew. Coming out of sight, she lost her damn shoe. Her friend and poppin', she ain't got no damn clue. Roll up O's and weed and smoking bamboo. Smoking gelato when the Tahoe smell the fucking jar. She wanna ride with me cause we look like some movie stars. The study moving faster than a speeding car. Coming through the door with no panties on. Poppin' Molly's and you know she took a Zanny bar. Talking about a Mazda is a family. Let's talk about it. I hit her with a curve, then the cool. Let's talk about it. Games, I'm shaking up the dice. Let's talk about it. Stay with me so we can meet the night. Meet the night, baby. Be with me so I can lay the pipe, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm in the building. I'm on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby. In Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and I hold this wobble wobble. This thought is fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, hit the spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. Welcome to the check-in report. I am your humble yet gracious host, True and Livin. I am in the building. Live and direct in the building. It's a thrill to be here with you guys.
What a thrill.
Put the lighters up.
With darkness and silence through the night.
Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Put your lighters up. It's a thrill to be here with you guys.
I'm searching and I'll melt into you.
I need you guys to go and search for the like button, search for the subscription button. We're here to talk about Sleepy Joe. Dropping out of the 2024 presidential elections. I got his statements. We're going to read his statements. But we're also going to be talking about the future. What does the future hold for America? Who will you be voting for? Will you be voting for Kamala Bedwench Harris? Or will you be voting for Dennis the Menace, a.k.a. Donald Trump? Who are you rolling with? Who are you rocking with? Who is ultimately going to get your vote and ultimately be the next president of the United States of America? That's what we're here to talk about today. I am your host, True and Livin, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I want to know what you guys think about this whole thing. I don't even know where to start with this thing. I mean, where do we really start with this whole kerfluffle? I mean, literally, where do we start? You know, salute to Nelly. I see Nelly's in the building. Salute to Nelly. Nelly's in the building. Salute to Nelly. I see Nelly in there. Nelly, is that you? You voted? You voted for Trump? You're the one that voted for, I see there's one vote for Trump. Are you the one that voted for Trump? Are you voting this year, Nelly? Are you voting this year? I think that this is just absolutely buffoonery. I also think that this is this is organized. I think this is organized. What should have happened is a primary. We needed a primary.
Most people have not voted for Kamala Harris. Most people do not want Kamala Harris in the White House. Most people are not rocking with Kamala Harris. And now you have this, now she's almost being hoisted in there by the Democratic left. No primaries, no debates, no nothing. Just hoisted into the Democratic and keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. The Democratic National Convention is only a month away, and they're already having talks of this woman just getting it. She didn't sit through any debates. She didn't go through any primaries. She didn't sit and talk with the people of the different states, the different delegates. She didn't do any of that. I'm a bit perturbed. I'm a bit disgusted at that. Poker Man says, I will vote for anyone but Trump. Really? You're gonna vote for Kamala Harris? Come on, bro. I don't believe you're that dumb, bro. Kamala Harris would make a terrible president. She would make a terrible president, bro. Like, let's just be honest here when it comes to Kamala. Give me 1 second, y'all, because I'm not trying to show my light. Let's be honest about Kamala Harris just for 1 second. Let's just speak frank, right? The woman got into the vice presidency role only by sheer pandering. Let me hit the button on that one. She got into the role only by sheer pandering. She didn't get the job because she was the best fit for the vice presidency role. She didn't get the job because, people were, they wanted to see her in that role. She did not get this vice presidency role by that way. She got this role because Biden wanted to suppress and he wanted to give the blacks a token. He wanted to give them a token Negro that he could put in the vice presidency role. Because people, we got tired of seeing all these white faces in the presidency role. People wanted to see something a little bit different. So by sheer pandering, they put Kamala. It wasn't that she was great at her job. It wasn't that she was like everybody when they saw her in those Democratic primaries and debates, they were cringing at her. Nobody liked her attitude. Nobody thought that she was fit. But now she's supposed to be the president of the free nation. I'm not rolling. I'm not rolling. So make sure y'all vote. Make sure y'all vote though. Nelly says Kamala is trash. I agree. Kamala is trash. Who's gonna vote for that bed wench? Nobody's voting for that bed wench. Nobody's voting for her. Nobody's voting for Kamala. Let's be honest here. Let me read Sleepy Joe, Benadryl Joe, Dayquil Joe, sleeping, Jim Crow Joe. Let me read his comments here that he addressed the nation. He wrote, "It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and in my country for me to stand down." And I this is just my opinion, right? And I don't expect anyone to gravitate to my opinion. But this is just my opinion on this whole kerfluffle here. I don't believe for 1 second that Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, Benadryl Joe, Dayquil Joe, Nighttime Joe, Nighttime and Sleepy Joe, all of that. I don't believe for 1 second that he just woke up one morning and said, you know what? I'm not going to be president. I'm not going to run for re-election. I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't believe that. If that's the story that they want to run with, if that's what they want to fool people into that guise or have people believe that, I don't believe that. Sorry. I believe that this is a plan. This is an organized and strategized strategy to get bedwench Kamala Harris into the presidency role. I truly believe that, because I believe that Joe Biden and his administration prolonged the process. Because think about it. If he would have announced this 6, 8, 9 months ago, it would have gave room for primaries. It would have gave room for for Democratic nominees to challenge Kamala Harris for that Democratic nominee. It would have been, there's plenty of people that want that presidency role, but it would have gave an opportunity for people to challenge her for that role. What we have here is now she's being pushed into the Democratic nominee role. The Democratic National Convention is literally 30 days away, ladies and gentlemen. Wake up. Because they keep telling everybody about Project 2025. Trump's gonna do this, Trump's gonna do that. But we keep ignoring the Democratic left. Why did it take Joe Biden, Jim Crow Joe, NyQuil Joe, Dayquil Joe, nighttime and daytime cough Joe? Why did it take him this long to decide he wasn't going to go for re-election? Why nobody's looking at the Democratic left and asking themselves, that seems kind of fishy. That seems kind of weird. All of a sudden, after all, you did all these damn interviews, you sat down, you did a debate with Trump, you lost in terrible fashion. You've sat down with different, news agencies. You've told everyone, I am staying in a race. I am staying in a race. Everybody came against you. Everybody wanted you to step down, but you kept telling, I'm staying in the race. I'm staying in the race. I believe that this is the strategy from the Democratic left, not necessarily the Democratic left, more so the Biden administration. I believe they have made this move because they know Kamala Harris is absolute garbage. Nobody will vote for her. Nobody will vote for her. Nobody wants to vote for her. But ultimately, they wanted to get away from the primaries. Because if the primaries happen, it will create it will options. You'll have options. They don't want to give you options. They want to push her into the Democratic role and the Democratic nominee right away. And I'm pointing fingers at the Biden administration, who I believe should be under investigation, in my opinion. Under investigation for the Trump attempted assassination. Under investigation. How did that cocaine baggie end up in the White House? How did that end up in there? Hunter Biden with a little piece of nose candy in the White House. How did that get there? Under investigation. The Biden administration should be under investigation. They should also be under investigation for not allowing the people to choose who their Democratic nominee will be. We are so focused, and that's why I don't like the Democratic left. Keep in mind, I don't rock with either parties, right? I don't rock with the Republicans. I don't rock with the Democrats. I don't rock with neither one. But we often focus on the Republicans. We often focus on Trump, but we're not looking at all the little sneaky things that the Democratic left are doing. We're not looking at all the sneaky things the Biden administration does. We're not looking at all the lies that come out of the Biden administration. If you want to say Trump is this terrible person, horrible person, criminal, a felon, he violates women, he does this, he does that. If you want to say all of that about Trump, listen, have at it. I agree with you. But let's stop acting like the Biden administration. Let's stop acting like the Democratic left is any better. They're criminals over there too. There's charlatans over there too. There's people that are doing bad dealings on that side as well. Let's not just focus on Trump. Look at the Biden administration as well, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I want you guys to do, you know? Fire! 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 Focus on both. That's all I'm asking. Focus on both. Focus on both. Mr. Stubbs says, hold on, what Mr. Stubbs talking about? Mr. Stubbs talking crazy in there. What he say? He called me a liar. What are you talking? Mr. Stubbs says, that was staged. Man, you're a Tom. You are a serious Tom. Conspiracy Tom. What are you talking about? I'm a conspiracy Tom. What are you talking about? You're the one saying that it was staged, but you're calling me a conspiracy Tom? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. What are you talking, Mr. Stubbs? I'm gonna put you in the block party, bro. You talking a little too crazy, man. Block party. Welcome to the block party, man. Go get me some alkaline water. Go get me some hot dogs, Hebrew Franks, and go get me some Doritos, Cool Ranch. Actually, get the what's the Doritos that come in the purple bag? Give me those ones. I forgot what they're called, but give me that. Give me that. I haven't tried that yet. Give me that. But I don't understand what you're saying, Mr. Stubbs. I put you in the block party. But I don't know what you're talking about. You're calling me a conspiracy Tom. You're the one saying that it was staged. All I said is, you know, we focus on Trump. We focus on the Republican Party. We focus on them, but we never really look at the Democratic left and the things that they're doing. We never look at their agendas. We never look at the things that they're doing under behind the scenes. Like, come on, like to say that Trump wasn't targeted, to say that the Democratic left hasn't been weaponizing the justice system against Trump, I truly believe that a lot of you are just delusional. Fire! 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 You are allowing your hate for Trump in his rhetoric. You're allowing that to blind you. Is Trump a POS? Of course. Is Trump a criminal? Possibly. But you can't tell me that the Democratic left didn't weaponize the justice system against Trump. They absolutely did. They did that. I mean, it's plain to see. It's not even worth denying at this point. It happened. And you was talking about it was staged and all that. What was staged? Do you have any proof that it was staged? Can you prove that it was staged? Give me your proof. You know, a lot of people keep saying stage, but where's the proof that it was staged? Show me the proof that Donald Trump staged his attempted assassination. 2 people are no longer here. Was that staged? Was that a part of the stage process? 2 people losing their lives? 2 people getting injured? Was that a part of the stage process? People come with these conspiracies, but where's your proof? Listen, I could sit here and ramble about conspiracies all day, but where's the proof of it? Give me the receipts. Show me that the conspiracies have legs. You know? And when it comes to listen, you know, like I said, I am not voting for Trump. I am not voting for Biden or Kamala Harris. I don't rock with neither one of these parties. I feel like some of you guys, y'all come in here, and you don't know my political affiliation. I'm an independent. Um, I don't subscribe to neither party. I don't subscribe to the Democratic left or the Republicans. But you hear my rhetoric going at the Democratic left. But the reason I'm speaking on and criticizing the Democratic left is because black people have been taking advantage of the Democratic left for over 50 years.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Black people have been taken advantage by the Democratic left for over 50 years. So me as a black man, knowing that, seeing that, I have my valid gripes with the Democratic left. Black people haven't been voting for Republicans for 50 years. Black people haven't been voting and electing Republican officials in the inner cities. That hasn't been happening. It's the Democratic left taking advantage of the black people, suppressing the vote, giving us a token nothing burgers, not pushing through our agendas, not pushing through our laws, not helping or fixing the problems in our communities. Sitting on our problems, sitting on our agendas, year after year after year, primary after primary after primary, election season after election season after election season, and then they pull up every time election season comes, they want to be in the church. They want to pull up to the Popeyes and hang out with the niggas. They want to hang out in the community, giving that guise as if they're doing something or they're down with us, when in reality, they're absolutely doing nothing. So I have my gripes with the Democratic left. I'm not a supporter of the Republican Party. I don't rock with the Republicans either. But the black people have been voting for the Democratic left for over 50 years. So if I'm going to criticize somebody, I'm going to criticize the party that black people have been voting for, and they haven't been doing anything and haven't been getting anything out of voting for them, So that's where I'm coming from in terms of if you're hearing what I'm saying, hearing where I'm coming from, Salute to Nelly. Nelly says they still trying to ride the civil rights wave 60 years later instead of doing something. That's an absolute fact. That's an absolute fact. Nelly says, I am real conspiracy theorist, and what you said wasn't even a conspiracy. It's actual fact. Exactly. Because I think a lot of people, they see black people, and it's white Democrats, and it's also black people that have been voting Democrats and getting nothing, mind you, for years. They look at a black person criticizing the Democratic left, and you heard what he called me, right? He called me a conspiracy Tom. He called me a conspiracy Tom. And how much you want to bet that was probably a white person or a bootlicking Democratic left black person? It was either one or the other. One or the other. Instead of, listening to my independent thought, I'm sitting on here giving my independent thought, criticizing the Democratic Party. They have clearly made mistakes with this election season. Clearly. They are now robbing the people from a Democratic primary, and where the people can have the opportunity to vote for who they want for. A lot of people don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. A lot of people don't rock with her. A lot of people never rocked with her. She got the vice presidency role based off of pandering to black women and the black vote. She didn't get the vice presidency role based off of doing a good job, being the most qualified candidate. She didn't get that role because of that. She got the job because Joe Biden wanted to pander to black women and the black female vote, and the multicolorist vote, and the feminist vote. He wanted women to support, because a lot of women, when Joe Biden and Trump were running, a lot of women were looking at, just two white men, old. They've been in, they're well off. People wanted something a little bit different. So Joe Biden said, well, let me throw a woman in there. Maybe if I throw a woman in there, maybe we could, we could mix it up and make it look a little bit more appetizing for black women, make it look a little bit more appetizing for females. So then they chose to go with that ticket. It wasn't that people wanted her. If you go back and you look at the primaries, the Democratic primaries, everybody thought that she was awful. Everybody thought that she was trash. Everybody was saying that, who would vote for this woman? Nobody would vote for this woman. No, everybody was saying that. But now she's being hoisted into the Democratic nominee, no primaries. You're not giving the people the opportunity to vote for who they want to be a Democratic nominee. You're just going to hoist her in there. I believe that this is a strategy from the Biden administration. I truly believe that. If we're going to criticize Trump, we're going to say, oh, the assassination attempt was staged and this, that, and the if we're going to say that, then let's look at the Biden administration. Biden had months to figure out what he wanted to do in terms of election. He is now robbing people of that opportunity to vote for who they want to be a Democratic nominee now. He's robbing them. People could have had the opportunity to see different Democratic nominees come to their states, talk to them, do debates, do primaries, and give the people the opportunity to see the candidates, talk to them, shake their hands, see their policies, see their agendas, see what they're working with. Now he has robbed people from that. We're not going to point the finger at the Biden administration. We're not going to look at them. We're not going to scrutinize. We're not going to criticize them for robbing the people of that. With the Democratic National Convention 30 days away? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Absolutely lunacy. Salute to Z Corp. Salute to Z Corp Alpha. Salute to him for the $5 donation. Thank you, sir, for that. He says Z Corp Alpha Harris VP will be AOC. Can you imagine that? Bro, can you imagine that? Could you think of a worser outcome than that? Super wokeism, feminism in the White House. Like, I'm just gonna be frank with you guys, right? And I mean no disrespect to women whatsoever, but America is not ready for a woman president, whether you guys realize it or not. America is not ready for a woman president. You have to realize that this is not Mexico. Mexico has a female president. This is the United States of America. We have real enemies. Iran. Nuclear capabilities. China. Russia. We're talking about mega powers with their own nuclear capabilities, with their own military. This is not the right time for a female president. This is not the right time for it. We need a leader. We need a leader that's commands some respect. Kamala Harris is not the option. Kamala Harris and like I listen. If they put Kamala Harris and AOC in the White House, I may have to get on a jet out of here. I may have to get on a plane the first thing smoking out of here. I may have to get out of here. You hear all these celebrities talking about, oh, if they vote for Trump, if they put Trump in the office. I think Amy Schumer said that. Amy Schumer, Amy Schumer looks like she's like 30 going on 60. She's aging like, spoiled milk. But she went out there and she said, "Oh, if they put Trump back in the office, I'm leaving America. I'm getting out of America." If they put if they put Kamala Harris and AOC in the White House, I may have to get out of here. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I may have to get out of here. Nelly says, why nobody talking about RFK? RFK got the Kennedy legacy and experience, and he's not too old. I agree. But he's running as an independent, I believe, right? He's running as an independent. I think the Democrats should look into him. If you ask me, Z Corp says AOC will be age 35 in October. Yeah, listen, man, she's a young woman, I'm not knocking her. But do you want her to run the United States? Absolutely not. I don't want her running the United States. I mean, my thing is, where do y'all factor in? And I understand when Trump got in office, he wasn't, fit to be a president or nothing like that. But I mean, where do we factor in these people being presidents? Like, we're talking about America here. Do you really want Kamala Harris running the country? Do you really? And another thing about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, they are the ones to blame for the inflation. They are the ones to blame for the crisis that we in. The prices of groceries going up, the prices of this going up, the prices of the gas going up. They are to blame for that. So are you really going to give someone that was at the wheel? And I'm still going to say, I still have my reservations, because if Joe Biden isn't mentally equipped to do the job, I have to ask, who's been running the country? Has it been Kamala Harris this whole time? But for someone that is a part of that administration, that was a part of the inflation, how could you vote for that? Because, no matter where you land, whether it be, you feel, sympathetic towards the immigration issue, whether you feel sympathetic towards the abortion issue, whether you feel sympathetic to this, to that, inflation affects all of our pockets, whether you are pro-choice or anti-pro-choice, or whether you're, for immigration or you're against immigration. Inflation, the prices of your groceries, the price of your gasoline, the prices of your property taxes, this affects all of us. Kamala Harris is a part of that. She's a part of the inflation. She's a part of the inflation, and a lot of people want to say immigration or abortion is the hot topic issue. I disagree. It's inflation. Inflation is the hot topic issue, because it's affecting all of us. It's affecting every last one of us. Z Corp says, "Win with abortion bill." I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. Nelly says she's too green, not enough experience. I agree. I don't think that none of these people that we're naming, I'd rather a governor. There's a couple of Democratic governors right now. I think some of them should be looking to run against Kamala Harris. I think, this is just my personal opinion, I believe that a couple of the governors, Democratic ran governors, I believe they should run against Kamala Harris. I truly do. Because, I don't see people voting for this woman. I don't. People didn't want her to begin with. So now you're pushing people to vote for this woman, and they're saying that her getting the Democratic nominee is not a sure thing. But it looks that way, because with the Democratic nomination, 30 days away, I mean, you're not giving the American people enough time to really decide what they want. not giving the American people enough time to decide what they want in the White House right now. If you ask me, you know, insanity ticket. That is an insanity ticket. I ain't gonna lie. Nah. I wasn't gonna say Gavin Newsom, but they have thrown his name out there. I wasn't gonna say him though. I believe Maryland, they have a black governor. I heard someone throw his name. I was watching the news like 5 minutes ago. I heard someone throw his name out there, but there's been no announcements yet. There's been no announcements of anyone else running. It's almost like they're just pushing her to be the nominee. You know, in any election, when a president is stepping down or a president has already served his 2 terms, what ultimately happens is primaries. People get to see the 4 or 5 or 6 candidates that they're going to nominate for the Democratic nominee. They have robbed people from that process. And that's why I'm scrutinizing more so the Biden administration of anyone, because it's really the Biden. I can't really blame the Democratic left, because the Democratic left, this is kind of, they've been calling for Biden to step down, but I'm sure that they wanted a process. I have to blame the Biden administration, because they're kind of robbing people of that process to have a primary and have people vote for who they want. Oh, Robert, you could blow me. All right, I'm sending you to the block party. Stop majoring in the minors. Don't worry about my stuttering. Worry about your rent. All right? Worry about washing your ass. Worry about brushing your teeth. Don't worry about my damn stuttering. All right? Worry about yourself. Stop majoring in the minors. I have sent you to the block party, sir. Go get me some turkey burgers. Go get me some stuttering for dummies. Get me a stuttering for dummies book. Go get me some go get some Poland Spring. And what else I want? Because I'm sending you to the block party. Go get me some fresh cut watermelon. I love watermelon. Go get me some fresh cut watermelon. All right. Remember, can you write all that down? Write all that down. Get me a stuttering for dummies, some fresh watermelon, some Poland Spring. And pick up some what we want to go? Pick up some chicken. We're gonna throw some chicken on the grill. Why not? Stop majoring in the minors. Stop worrying about my stuttering. All right. Worry about washing your ass, brushing your teeth. Don't worry about what I'm stuttering and what I'm doing. All right. Yeah, he was talking a little crazy, He was talking too crazy, I don't have the patience. I truly don't. I don't have the patience. Yeah, but I'm blaming the Democratic left, because the Democratic left, they haven't given the people the opportunity to vote who they want to vote for. Maybe people don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. Maybe people want to vote for someone else. Maybe someone else, they have someone else that's in mind. They're kind of pushing us into this Kamala Harris versus Trump election. That's a scary thing, what you said there too. Kamala Harris and AOC. That's scary. That's absolutely scary. But the crazy thing, I could see the Democratic left going that route. I could see them going that route of saying, let's put 2 females in the White House. Let's do that. I could see that. I could see that. I could see the Democratic left doing that, because it's not about what's rational. It's not about what makes sense. It's about, what's trendy, what's modernized, what's forward thinking. It's not about rationality. It's not about reality. It's not about what we need. The Democratic left would put a transformer in the White House if it was up to them. Let's be honest. the Democrats would put Optimus Prime in there with a sew and weave, press on nails, and eyelashes. They would put a transformer in the White House. I'm talking about the Democratic left. The Democratic left would put a transformer. They would put Optimus Prime with a blonde weave and press on nails and eyelashes. They would do that if it was up to them. A lot of them, no disrespect to them, a lot of them have no morality. It's all about what's modern, what's forward. We put a transformer in the White House. We are brave. This is our leader. Isn't she wonderful? Our president, Transformer Optimus Prime. They would do that. They would do that. They would absolutely do that. Nelly says we are living in the Matrix in an episode of Simpsons. Absolutely, yeah, we definitely are. Z Corp says I'm from near Cardell, Georgia. We grow watermelon here. Smells beautiful. That's dope, bro. That's dope. You know, sometimes I feel like I wish I lived in the South. Sometimes I feel like a Southerner. Sometimes I don't feel like a Northerner. I feel like a Southerner. And like I used to live down there in Richmond, Virginia, and yeah, man, I love the South, man. I love the South. I love the fresh air. It's nothing like that summer South heat though. It's nothing like that heat. But I love the South, man. I love the South. You said out in Georgia, got like a watermelon patch out there. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, man. But yeah, they would definitely put a transformer in the office if it was up to the Democratic left. Nelly says country living is beautiful. Yeah, it is, man. You know, I'm not a big New York supporter. I'm not like, oh, New York. Like I don't. If you ever hear me talk, you never hear me bigging up New York. I'm only Long Island. I only rep Long Island. I'm from Long Island. Like I don't know what it's like growing up in the projects. I don't know what it's like, to grow up without a backyard. I don't know what it's like to, go to my projects building. It's a pissy elevator. I don't know that life, And a lot of if you come to Long Island, a lot of it. Some of it looks like it's down south. Some of it does, because we got like huge like land spaces and stuff like that. Some of us have big backyards. I don't. My backyard is pretty standard, but parts of Long Island look like the South. If you ever come out here, yeah, but it is what it is. Z Corp says I have a wheat field behind my property. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, man, you out there, man. You doing what it is. That's what it is, man. Yeah, I'm sure that's a beautiful smell. To smell that, like the watermelon and all that harvest, all the wheat and stuff like that. I'm sure that's a beautiful smell to wake up in the morning. Do you have any livestock, Z Corp? You have any livestock? Or is it just, just you farming like, fruits and vegetables and stuff like that? Do you have any livestock? And I want to know, who are you guys voting for? Are you voting for Trump? Are you voting for Kamala Harris, the bed wench of America? Are you voting for her? And another thing about Kamala Harris, she used to date Montel Williams. Y'all ever seen that video of her with Montel Williams? And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, Kamala Harris was she was a nice looking woman. I'm not gonna front. She looked it good back in the day. She low ran down, She low ran down now. She's like a old thotty now, but in her day, She was decent looking, man. Kamala Harris in her day, she was decent looking when she was running around with Montel Williams. I'm sure he hit that. I'm sure he had her ankles behind her neck. Now she's probably greasing up that bald head. Oh man. That is a fact. That is a fact. Atlanta is blue. Yeah, Atlanta is a blue city, but you know, the rest of Georgia is definitely red. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's an absolute fact. But who will you guys be voting for? Who are you voting for? Will it be Kamala Harris? Will it be Dennis the Menace, aka Donald J. Trump? Who are you voting for? Who are you rooting for? This is an important election. I'm not going to lie. This is probably one of a lot of people, and I know we hear that so many times. Every election they say, this is the most important election. They say that all the time. But I ain't going to lie. This is shaping up to be one of the more important elections we've ever seen. I think this is more important than the Obama elections. This is more important than the first Trump and Biden election. This is probably going to be the most important election, because you got the Project 2025 thing looming. You have the Kamala Harris Biden thing. You know, the him ultimately stepping down. You have the Trump assassination attempt. You have so many things that have occurred in the last, give or take, 6 to 7 months that have occurred so far. You know, with all the things going on in Ukraine, Israel, this is a very, the China with Taiwan. This is a very important election. It's probably one of the most important elections of our lifetimes. To be honest with you, it's truly something, man. But I don't know who you guys are gonna vote for. Who are you guys rocking with? You know, who you guys rocking with? Nelly says, smash that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell. That's an absolute fact. Hit that like button. Y'all said AOC is crazy. I'm not a fan of AOC. I'm not a fan of her. I'm not a fan of her. I ain't gonna lie though. I think I do have a small crush on her for some reason. I don't know what it is. Just a very small, like, you know, it's a very small crush on her. But I definitely don't want to see her in the presidency role. I ain't simping like that. I definitely don't want her running the country. But I got a small crush on her. Just very small. Very small. I don't rock with none of her politics. And I don't, you know what, no something else I don't like about AOC? She be trying to act like she's like the sister girl. Like, y'all ever saw that it was like a video that went around where it was this white woman, and she was talking to this black woman, and she was like, she said she made a comment about the black girl's weave or something like that, and the black woman made a comment about her blonde a bad body built behind, something like that. Y'all remember that video, right? And AOC was like, baby girl, I was just like, come on, AOC, stop it. You're a Hispanic, semi-white. You're a Latina, semi-white girl. What are you talking about, baby girl? Baby girl. You know damn well you wasn't talking like that in Boston. When you went to the university out there, you wasn't talking in that sister girl talk. When you was with your white boyfriend, you didn't have that sister girl attitude. Why take it to the podium? Why take it to the Congress? It's like, come on, stop it. Who are you fooling? Either Trump or RFK. Nelly says she's beautiful, but I don't like her liberal agenda. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think she is attractive. I think she is attractive, but I don't care how attractive you are. That ain't gonna make me vote for you. I'll tell you that much. That is not gonna make me vote for you. Z Corp says, okay, I got hot brownies in the oven. I got to get them out. I subbed. I'll be back this week. Great meeting you. Nice meeting you too, Z Corp. Salute to you, bro. Salute to Z Corp. Salute to Z Corp, man. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, bro. Nelly says, I'm leaning more towards RFK than Trump though, because every time I think about voting for Trump, the Republicans do it say something dumb, and sometimes racist. Let's be honest about this, Nelly. Both parties are racist. I think black people have to get away from the narrative of the Republicans are racist. The Republicans, it's the racist party. It's the white, it's the white power party. It's the, it's the white supremacy party. We have to get away from that narrative. Both parties are racist. Both parties are racist. The Democrats are just as racist as the Republicans. The Democrats have set on the dreams and the tears of black people for over 50 damn years. All of our agendas, whether it be reparations, whether it be a hate crime bill, whether it be a better infrastructure in our neighborhoods, no matter what it is, an anti-lynching bill. The Democrats have sat on it for 50 damn years. We have to stop saying, oh, the Republicans are racist. Both of them are racist. All of them are racist. The Democrats are racist. The Republicans are racist. And if you ask me, this is just my opinion, I respect the type of racism that tells you to the face. I don't like that covert racism. A lot of that Democratic racism is covert. It's behind the scenes. It's cloaked. It's designed. It's very, under the radar, their type of racism. I respect the racism that tells you, at least if somebody tells you they don't like you, based off the premises of your skin or what your community represents. If somebody tells you that to your face, I respect the fact that they had the balls to even tell you. I'd rather rock with that person that tells you to, 'cause at least you know where you stand. If somebody tells you to your face that they don't like you, if somebody is working against you covertly, they pulling up to the black church, they pulling up to the Popeyes, they pulling up to all the black functions, they pulling up to the block party, they pulling up to all the places where black people are, and making it seem like they're down with you, but they're not. They're doing everything to hurt you. They're doing everything that's against your agenda. What would you rather? I'd rather the person that tells me where we stand. I don't want you to act like you my friend and stab me in the back. I'd rather you tell me straight off the back, I don't rock with you, I don't like you, and that's where we stand. A lot of that Democratic racism is covert. It's covert racism. I didn't even see what he said. Nelly, what he said? Let that hate out. That wasn't that bad, Nelly. I didn't see what else he said, but that wasn't that bad. Let that hate out. What else did he say? Let that hate out isn't that bad. He was just giving. Nelly says, "Sir, I know they're the same bird, just different wings. Trust me, I am not the least bit ignorant when it comes to politics." Yeah, no, I know you understand, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not necessarily saying it to you. I'm more so saying it like because I hear the narrative of the Republicans are racist. It's not you had that you. I mean, you did say it, but I mean I hear that narrative a lot from people where they say like the Republicans is like the racist party, or this is the party that doesn't rock with black people, or they don't rock with the black vote, or I hear that narrative a lot. So I mean I feel like Democrats are just as guilty of that as well. You know. Um, Mr. Myself says, two sides of the same coin. Exactly. Two sides of the same coin. That's a fact. DJ Simon says, how tall are you? I'm about 5'8". I'm about 5'8". About 5'8". Wish I was taller, but I'm about 5'8". About 5'8", I wish I was taller. Yeah, I'm about 5'8". But who are you guys voting for? What y'all voting for? Let me look at the votes. We got 64 votes. Out of 64 votes, 80% is voting for Trump. 20% is voting for Kamala Harris. Or should I say Koala Harris? Why you laughing at my height, DJ Simon? 5'8"? That's a normal male height. Like if you look at the normal male height, you're gonna see 5'8". I'm 5'8". I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on. I'm looking at it right now. What's the normal male height? Normal male height. About 5'9". 5'9". I'm 5'8". So I'm 1 inch smaller. Yeah, the normal male height is 5'9". I'm 5'8". You know? I wish I was taller. I ain't gonna lie. I do wish I was taller. I wish I was like 6'6" or something like that. 6'7". If I was 6'6", 6'7", I definitely would have went after some hoop dreams. I ain't gonna lie. I would have been on the basketball team. I ain't gonna lie. I can't stand. You ever see somebody tall at your job or like on the street and like they're working like a regular job? There's this dude at my job. This nigga's like 6 foot. He got to be 6'9", and he's working at the job with me. I'm like, dog, you didn't try out for the. I mean, maybe he wasn't good at basketball, but I'm like, damn, nigga, you six. If you 6'9" and you ain't trying out for the basketball team, you is bugging, bro. I would have been on all the basketball teams if I was 6'9". Even if I was trash, I would have been on. Nigga, look at you. You could get better, nigga. You could get better. For real, you can get better. Simon Paul says, LOL, 5'8", 5'10". Yeah, that's about around that time. Around that height. They said, I just looked it up online. They said that the average male height is 5'9". You know. Nelly says the Democrats are trying to scare our community with Project 2025 as if we're supposed to be scared. Exactly. That's how they operate. They operate in scare tactics. That's how, if you really look at the Democratic left, they operate in scare tactics. Trump is a threat to our democracy. Trump is a tyrant. Trump is a dictator. Trump is this. Trump is that. Trump is going to take away all your rights. The Democratic left, they deal with scare tactics. They don't deal with just helping or giving people a better a better option. Nelly says, I'm 5'1", but I'm a woman, so that's average for us. Let me look that up. Hold on. Let me look that up. What's the average female height? I would think 5'3". I would think 5'3" is the average female height. Let me look that up. Average female height. I would think 5'3". Average female height. female height. But yeah, girls do be short though. Hold on. Oh yeah, I was right. 5'3". 5'3", 5'4", 5'3.5". So 5'3.5". 5'3" is the average female height. I was right. Yeah. So you're considered more on the shorter side, Nelly, because they said the average female height is 5'3". So you're considered on the shorter side. So you're a couple inches away from being a little person. Couple inches. Kamala Nelly says Kamala's breath is a threat to democracy. Nelly also says Little Boosie's fade is a threat to democracy. Yeah, man. Yeah, they label everything as a threat to democracy. This is a threat to democracy. That's a threat to like every year. The Democratic left, they telling you this is a threat to democracy. This is a threat to democracy. I think the Democratic left is a threat to democracy, if you ask me. I mean, they're holding all of those seats in Congress and stuff like that, and every time we're having a damn near governmental shutdown. But Trump is a threat to democracy, but the Democrats, they hold all of those seats in our Congress, but we're always trying to avert a governmental shutdown. Come on, bro. It's ridiculous. Every month we're trying to avert a governmental shutdown because there's Democrats that don't want to sign a deal or some nonsense like that, but you're calling Trump a threat to democracy. It's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. But who are you guys voting for, man? I want to know. Who are you guys voting for? You're voting for Trump, or you're voting for Biden, or you're voting for Kamala, AKA Montel Williams' old piece. Nelly says we just had a major outage. Excuse me. We just had a major outage. They claim it was a update issue. That's a fact. That's a fact right there. Anybody know what an EMP is? Anybody know what an EMP is? Are they preparing us for an EMP attack? Look up what an EMP is. EMP. Are they preparing us for an EMP attack? Look it up. They've been talking about an EMP attack for years. Was that the tester? That major outage? That major outage. Are they preparing us for an EMP attack? Because we just had this major outage. They claim it was an update issue. That's a lie. Absolute lie. Are they preparing us for an EMP attack? They've been talking about EMP attack for years. They're saying that, China may implement an EMP attack on the United States. Is that what they're preparing us for? Yeah, man, we all saw that, man. Kay Carver says, damn, Biden should have stayed in the race. I agree. I think Biden should have stayed. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it a hundo. Biden got this country looking weak. He got this country looking absolutely weak. You've been telling everybody for months that you are staying in the race. You did a damn debate with Trump. You've been telling everyone you're going to stay in the race, and now you decide you want to step away. Now you decide you want to step down. Now you decide, oh, I don't want to run anymore. I don't want to yada, yada, yada. Bro, you're making the country look weak. The leadership looking weak, fragile. We're looking like a weak country right now. Even if he would have just stayed in the race, won, I think he's going to lose, but let's say he would have won. And he could have just gave, maybe staying there for like 1 year. Maybe I would hate it, but him to give the presidency to Kamala Harris. I mean, it looks bad on part of our country. We look weak right now. Think about how weak we look as a country. Think about it. We had one presidential nominee had an attempted assassination on his life. The other presidential nominee is saying that he's inequipped to run. He doesn't have the capacity. Everyone's telling him to step down. Think about this is the leadership of our country, ladies and gentlemen. We look weak as a country. We are lacking leadership. We are lacking in all of these areas. The fall of Babylon, mystery Babylon that the Bible speaks of. The fall of Babylon is happening. National debt crisis, inflation crisis. It's ridiculous. And what I want to say is like this is going to be an important election because they always say we've heard it throughout the years. We heard it in the 2000 election. Bill Clinton and Gore. Not Bill Clinton and Gore. President Bush and Al Gore. We heard it in the Bush and John Kerry election. We heard it with the Barack Obama and John McCain. They said this is the most important election of our lifetimes. That was false. That was false. We heard it when Trump, we heard it when Obama ran again against what's that dude? Mitt Romney. This is the most important election. We hear it constantly every election season. We heard it when Trump first ran. We heard it when he ran against Biden. I believe that this is the most important election season because I'm looking at all the things that I'm factoring in right now. All of the conflicts that is happening. I'm looking at Trump having an attempted assassination attempt. I'm looking at the weak leadership of Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. This is the most important election of our lives, in my opinion. I think it's cultivated until this point right now. That's how I feel. Nelly says a straight clown show. All the world's on the world stage. Yeah, it's a fact. Yeah, the leadership is looking absolutely inequipped. We're looking weak. We're looking soft as a country. It looks bad. It looks bad on our part. Domingo says, "Que viva Trump, viva la Trump." Nelly says, my overseas friends are saying it looks like a 3-ring circus from the outside looking in. Yeah, it does. It does. Hayden says, we need a powerful leader, not a woman. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. Nelly says, by the way things are going, Trump is going to be president again. The Democrats candidates are all garbage. That's a fact, man. They haven't really given us nothing that we could really sink our teeth into. I blame the Biden administration because the Biden administration should have awarded people the opportunity to vote for who they wanted to vote for. A lot of people never liked Kamala Harris. A lot of people and I'm gonna keep it a buck. A lot of people only voted for Biden because they had enough of Trump. So, I mean, when you really look at the options here, you're not giving people options, man. We need more than one political party to run for president, bro. We have to get away from this 2 political party system. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Look at this is showing us that this two-party political system doesn't work. We need a 3, 4, 5 party system. I mean, for all the years you had American children going to school, taking multiple choice. Remember Scantron tests back in the day? Who in here remember Scantron tests? Where they give you 3 options and you have to pencil it in with a number 2 pencil. We had multiple choice Scantron tests, but we can't get 4 presidential nominees. It's absolutely ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. Ridiculous. Michael Edgman says all elections are important because we either go forward or we slide backwards. I disagree. I disagree. I think that this is the most important election because we haven't seen this much action in one election in a long time. I mean, somebody has stepped down from re-election, an attempted assassination. I'm looking at all the conflicts that are going around the world: China with Taiwan, Russia with Ukraine, Palestine, Israel. I'm looking at all of the things that are cultivating until this moment and until this election. There's been no election like this. An attempted assassination, a presidential nominee, and the former president stepping down from re-election. We've never seen this before. We've never seen this before. Look at American history. Look deep at it. Have you ever seen a presidential nominee and former president get an attempted assassination? Have you ever seen a president step down with all of the different conflicts that are happening around the world? Can you look at any point in in our country's history that was like this moment right here? Think about it. You won't find a moment like this. Not with all this going on. It's a lot going on right now. It's a lot going on right now. Nelly says, I think it hasn't been this much controversy since Nixon. Yeah. Nelly says they still use Scantron tests in nursing school. Really? Yeah, remember them Scantron tests? I remember them Scantron tests. Michael said, oh yeah, you said you talking about the elections. Yeah. Yeah, but who are you guys voting for? We got 25 people in here. Who are you guys voting for? Are you voting for Trump, aka Dennis the Menace? Are you voting for Kamala Harris, America's bedwench? Who are you voting for? America's bedwench, aka Montel Williams' old piece. Montel Williams to be clapping them cheeks. Montel Williams, remember Montel Williams, the former talk show host with the bald head? He looked like Tupac's father. He used to have Kamala Harris ankles behind her neck, her legs in the air, spread eagle. You know? He was clapping them cheeks. He was clapping them presidential. Now, this is before she met her husband, respectfully. This is before she met her husband. Respect to them. But yeah, man, she used to be Montel Williams' old piece. Montel Williams used to be, he used to be on his talk show talking to somebody, probably talking to some transformer and the transformer's dad. He'll go backstage, smash Kamala Harris, get himself a little napkin, wipe his little, bald head off, go back on stage, do another segment to the show. Used to be Montel Williams' old piece, man. I know y'all saw the video of Montel Williams and Kamala Harris. And she used to, like I said, she was a nice looking woman back in the day. She was a nice looking woman, but I ain't gonna lie. She's a little ran down now, but back in the day, she was a nice little piece back in the day. Nice little piece. Average viewer said, "Took a bullet for us, my boy." You talking about Trump? Eh, a lot of people are saying it's staged. I don't know if it's staged. I'm not gonna say it was staged. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that when people say it was staged, even if it was staged, a lot of y'all are very insensitive. Like, and it's mostly the Democratic left, and that's why I don't rock with the Democratic left. They just don't have no coof. They don't have no morality. They allow their hate for Trump to blind them. Like, dog, it doesn't matter if you think that it was staged or not. Two people are no longer here. Two people are gone. Two people are gone, bro. One of them happened to be a firefighter. He was just attending a rally. He lost his life. How insensitive does it sound for you to say that it was staged? You know? Whether you think it was staged or not, it doesn't matter. Somebody lost their life. You know? Hold on. Sammy says, Sammy Kosoni. Is that how you say your name? Sammy Kosoni? You say, do you believe in Lord Jesus Christ? Jesus is not his name. His name is not Jesus, all right? His name is Yahweh Shah. Okay? Now, if you're asking me, do I believe in Christ? Do I believe in a mediator between me and the Most High, which is our Lord God, and a person who died on Calvary for our salvation? Yes, I do. But his name is not Jesus. Okay? That's not his name. There is no power in that name. His name is Yahweh Shah. You know what I mean? Who created that name? That's not his name. You think that's what they called him? When he was on this earth, when he was walking this earth, that's what they call him? And please don't fall into the notion that it doesn't matter. Don't fall into the notion of that it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter that because if think about it, if this whole time you've been calling him Jesus, and I'm telling you right now that's not his name, you have to wonder, whose name is that? Who gave him that name? You've been under the delusion that's been his name. Who have you been calling out to? And I'm not here to scare you or make you really think about this. And I know, but in your heart, you're talking about the same Jesus in the Bible that was spoken of in the New Testament. I'm sure that's where your heart is, but you have to ask yourself that question. Who have you been calling out to if that's not his name? Who gave him that name? It does matter. And I'm not saying that, you're doing it in ill intent. I don't believe you're doing it in ill intent. I believe that you're speaking of Jesus of the Bible, but I mean, get his name right. That's all I'm saying. Get his name right. Do your research. There was no letter J's back in those days and in those times. They didn't use the word J back then. There was no J's back then. Oh, just something to think about. Cody says Alex Jones paid $1 billion making comments like that. Exactly. I think everybody that came out, all of the celebrities that said it was staged, I believe that they should be sued. I absolutely believe that. I think I seen Ebro from Hot 97. He said that. A couple of pundits said it. They should be sued. They should be sued by the families. They should be sued by the families. Absolutely. They should be sued by the families. For even saying that. Because it doesn't matter. Whether you think it was staged or not, it doesn't matter. Somebody lost their life. It doesn't matter. Nelly says the Democrats always made fun of conspiracies, but now they have their little stage conspiracy. The irony. That's a fact. Bearded Viking Woodwork says Trump all day. You're rocking with Trump. You're a Trump. You're a Trumper. I'm not rocking with neither one. I'm not voting for neither one. I think that I think that we have terrible choices right now. I think I'm not voting for neither one. Now I'm gonna be honest. When it was Trump and Biden, I said that Trump is the easy choice. He's the easy choice in that pairing. But Trump and Kamala, that's just a terrible option right there. I would never want to vote for neither one. Terrible options. I think that Trump is still going to win this. I think Trump is going to win because I don't think America is ready for a female president, especially in the time we're in. We're not in a time where we need a female president. Like this is not the right time for a female president. Maybe in the 90s, maybe like during like those Bill Clinton years before 9/11, maybe in those years we could have did a female president, like when we were prosperous and wasn't dealing with too many conflicts, outside of a couple of conflicts, but nothing too crazy. That was probably the best time for us to have a female president. At this point, at this juncture, with the Ukraine and Russia and the Taiwan and China and Iran and all this stuff going on, this is not the time for a female president. I gotta tell you, this is not the time. We do not need a female president at this time. I'm sorry to break it to y'all, and I know a lot of females want to see it, but this is not the time for it. It really isn't. It really isn't the time for it. Nelly says, "Oh yeah, Trump is going to win by a landslide." Yeah, I see him winning too. I see him winning too. But I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say what I'm about to what I thought about saying. All I'm going to say is the Democrats are very desperate. They're desperate right now. Remember that. They're very desperate. They're desperate right now. That's all I'll say. That's all I'm gonna say. Is the Democrats are very desperate right now. The Democrats are very desperate right now. You know? Where did that guy go that said that said, do you believe in Jesus? What happened to him? Wait, where did he go? Maybe people that like they'll say stuff like that and then they just disappear, bro. Let me know more about you. Do you believe in Jesus? I wanted to talk more about that. I wanted to go deep into that. About the name Jesus. I wanted to talk more about that. I don't run from religious conversations. We could have a deep dive on it if y'all want. We could have a deep dive on religious conversations if y'all want. I don't mind having those conversations. It just seemed like people come in here, they say something like a religious question, and then they just disappear. Let's go into it. I'm not afraid of the question. Let's talk about it. You know? I didn't want to say it, bearded Viking. I didn't want to say it. I'm not gonna say it now. I'm not even gonna read what you said, but they are desperate. That's all I'm gonna say. They are desperate right now. They're very desperate. They're desperate right now. So that's all I'm gonna say. They're very desperate because I'm not calling for that. I don't want to see that happen. But they're desperate. They're desperate. And And just like their rhetoric and the things that they've said about Trump, where they talked about, I heard Joy, I think her name is Joy Reid. She's talking about how she's comparing Biden having COVID to Trump being assassinated. Like who does that? You're comparing somebody having COVID to someone getting assassinated. Somebody he could have lost his life. Biden just has a common cold right now. Like like you comparing the two? Just hearing the rhetoric of the Democratic left, like they're desperate and they have no sympathy for Trump. So that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, man, they're desperate. They're very desperate. They're very desperate. Nelly says they tried that already. I think they're going to George or Jeb Bush it. If you catch my drift. Nah, you got to break that down, Nelly. You break that down, Nelly. Break that down, Nelly. I need to know what you mean on that. Break that down. Break that down. I need to know what you mean on that. What you mean they're gonna George or Jeb Bush it? If you catch my drift. Break that down, Nelly. Give us the ism on that. Give us the ism on that. Excuse me. Who are you guys voting for though? Who will you guys be voting for? Will you guys be? I heard bearded Viking. He said he's voting for Trump. Anybody else? Anybody else voting for Trump? Anybody excited for the Kamala Harris running? Anybody excited for her running? Anybody excited to see another female running for president of the United States of America? Let me know. Let me know. I want to know. You know? You know? Let me know, man. I want to know. $90 votes. Let me look at the 90 votes. Well, let me read what Nelly just said. Hold on. Nelly said Jeb Bush helped brother George win the election in 2000 by giving him Florida's vote. Jeb was our governor in Florida at the time. Al Gore actually won. Oh, you talking about? Okay, you talking about the 2000 election? Okay, that's interesting. Do you think they're gonna cheat like that? Oh my goodness, that would be some real sucker stuff right there if they did that. That would be some real sucker stuff, bro. I remember that election. Yeah, that election was a mess. But I'm not gonna lie, that election was close though. If you go back and look at those numbers, that was probably the most close election of all time. Bearded Viking says people ain't scared to vote for Trump or support him anymore. We've been through 4 years of hell. Exactly. I don't think people are scared or feel a way about voting for Trump. At least if you vote for Trump, you know what you're gonna get. You don't know what you're gonna get with a Kamala Harris presidency. You don't know what you're gonna get with that. Even though I do believe that somebody's been running the country. I don't think it's been Joe Biden. I don't think Joe Biden's been running the country. I don't think he's been at the wheel. I think somebody's been pushing the buttons. Somebody else has been running the country. It hasn't been Joe. It may be Kamala this whole time. Maybe it's Kamala really running this country. Maybe she's responsible for the inflation and stuff like that and everything going on in this country. Maybe so. I agree. Nelly says, with Trump, what you see is what you get. I agree with that. I agree with that notion. In any event, guys, it's been a great discussion talking about this. I mean, we've talked about it at length. We've talked about Kamala. We talked about Biden, Sleepy Joe, Benadryl Joe, NyQuil Joe, nighttime and daytime Joe, sleeping pill Joe, Did I say Jim Crow Joe? Jim Crow Joe. Ice Cream Joe. And you know, Joe is probably so much of a covert racist that he doesn't even like certain flavors. Like he's not like a chocolate or pistachio or like a Reese's buttercup type of joint. He's a French vanilla. He's so boring and he's so Jim Crow Joe. The only ice cream flavor he probably likes is French vanilla. French vanilla, and that's it. He don't want no sprinkles. Actually, nah. He wants sprinkles on it because he supports that community. Y'all ever saw Joe Biden at the LGBTQ barbecue? He was having a good old time. Smiling ear to ear. He was in bussy heaven, boy. Man was smiling ear to ear, man. He was in bussy heaven, boy. Oh man. But oh man. Nelly says he's a prune flavored. Yeah. Prune flavored. Oh, Trump got new sneakers out? Word? Trump got new sneakers? I gotta check that out. Nelly says he's prune and vanilla, old Jim Crow Joe. That's a fact. Yeah, out of 94 votes, I mean not 94, 95 votes, people are saying Trump. 77% people say Trump. 24% say Kamala, which is interesting. You know, so some people will vote for this woman. I can't see how you would, but you know, some people will vote for her. But in any event, thank you guys for joining me. I just want to talk about this topic. This is an important election. Salute to Nelly. Salute to everybody that came out in the chat. Salute to everybody that salute to the donor, the person that donated. Hold on, so I get to this. Salute to the person that donated. Z Corp. That's what Z Corp. Salute to Z Corp. He said he subscribed too. Salute to Z Corp for donating to the channel. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna do more content. I may do another video tonight. I'm gonna see how I feel. I'm gonna probably take a nap for a few and then do something else maybe later. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys informed. Salute to everybody that's in here. Salute to everybody in the chat. I will see you guys another stream, another time, God willing. We out though. Y'all have a blessed night. We out.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you.